After a disastrous, a terrible, and an abomination of a performance against the Cincinnati Bengals
At home.
the Pittsburgh Steelers go back on the road to go up against the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau.
In Lambeau, man. It's crazy. The Steelers have lost back-to-back home games, but their only win so far this season has come at an away game against Buffalo week 1. And if there's any positive we can make out of that, it's that most of the team will be back healthy, specifically on the defensive side of the ball. As you guys know, they are 2-1. We are 1-2.
We are coming off a
Horrendous loss.
and a terrible loss against the Bengals. They are coming off an epic win against the San Francisco 49ers.
2 straight victories after losing horribly to the Saints week 1. So, the Packers are just on the roll right now. They're looking good. Aaron Rodgers is getting in the groove of things. Reigning MVP, as you guys know. And they go back to Lambeau, and they're looking hot.
Very hot. I mean, they're one of the best teams in the league currently.
They really are. Especially that offense. In my opinion, they have the best trio in all of football. Rodgers, Adams, and Jones.
Yeah, Triple A's, really.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
That's very, very true. This is actually, if I'm correct, the third battle between Ben and Rodgers. The first one was in 2009. As we all know, that finished with the Mike Wallace buzzer beater. Great finish. And then the last matchup was Super Bowl 45. We all know how that ended.
Yes.
Thank you, Rashad Mendenhall.
And now, Aaron Rodgers and Ben will be facing each other once again.
Yes.
The last 2 times, though, that we faced him, we didn't face A-Rod. He was out.
With injury. And the Steelers won both of those games. As for this time, I don't know if I can say we win this game confidently. Is there a chance we could win by some miracle? Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Any given Sunday. And honestly, it's like the Steelers to win a game like this.
It is. I wouldn't be shocked if they were to come into Lambeau and get a victory.
But, man, with this offense, I don't know. I truly don't know.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I can't put my faith in this offense.
No.
Dating back to last year, it's the same thing. There's nothing different.
It's rinse and repeat.
Outside of a few formations, really, from Matt Canada's system, from his mind.
But even then, he can't express his full creativity because the offense is so limited. Ben's immobile in the pocket. He has no time in the pocket due to the line. The line sucks. Receivers can't create separation. We can't get a running game going, even though we got Najee Harris. The offense is so limited. They have no identity.
They have zero identity. They cannot get anything going. They need to find themselves. What better game to do it than against the Green Bay Packers? But will they?
I don't know.
When are they? Because how many times did we say last year, they'll get better, they'll gel. This is a wake-up call. It never came. It never came and never happened. That's why we got blown out by the Browns in the wild card. And they still have yet to find themselves. I don't care if it's week 4. They need to find themselves.
They have to. And this is the game to do so. Especially, when you look at the AFC North, the standings, and you look at each team. The Bengals, Browns, and the Ravens could all win their matchups this week, while we could remain last in the division at 1-3. That's not a comfortable standing at all.
No, it's not.
The Steelers cannot fall that low into the division this early. They can't. This offense has to pick up in this game. Against the Green Bay defense, which is still a little suspect. Not great, not entirely bad, but still a little suspect.
Yeah.
When you look at the secondary, there's maybe 3 guys that are worthy of noting. Adrian Amos, Darnell Savage, and, of course, one of the best corners in the league, Jair Alexander.
Yeah, those 3 guys are outstanding players.
Outstanding.
They are the cornerstones of that secondary.
They are playmakers. Opposite of Alexander, you got Kevin King, who could return and start this game, opposite of Alexander, which would be a mistake because Kevin King is just garbage.
Yeah.
I think every Packers fan can agree with me on that. Kevin King is trash. But they do have a first-round pick.
Yeah, rookie cornerback Eric Stokes.
Who looked solid last week against San Francisco. One thing that we can positively note regarding the Steelers is that we could be seeing Deontay Johnson back.
Because in the injury report and in practice, he was limited.
Which is a good thing. This is the injury report as of Wednesday. Again, we'll see what happens Thursday and Friday, and that will determine who plays or not, who gets taken off the injury report. Watt was limited So was Highsmith. Those two will definitely be back. We'll get into the defense soon. But regarding the offense, Johnson was limited. He should be back, which is going to be massive. He will be going up against Alexander. At least that's what we're assuming, speculating. But having him, who is without a doubt our best route runner and a guy that can definitely create separation, won't be easy against Alexander. But getting him back, and Ben loves to target him, that'll be massive for him.
Yeah.
Chuck Secor did not participate with a concussion. Zach Banner, though, he is not on the injury report as he's still on IR, but he did return to practice, and he does have 3 weeks, 21 days to be promoted to the 53-man roster from IR. And if not, he will be on IR for the rest of the season. But the fact that Banner was back in practice is a good sign. He could play this Sunday. And if so, that's a major upgrade compared to Chuck's, especially when it comes to us trying to run the ball.
Yeah, Zach Banner is a much better run blocker than he is a pass blocker.
Right.
But nonetheless, there's a reason why he won the starting job at right tackle and not Chuck's. He has to be better than Chuck's. I mean, you can't get worse at that tackle position.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Because Chuck's has had an awful season, and now he's plagued with a concussion. So Banner coming in, hopefully in this game, he may play, he may not. We may have to rely on Joe Haig, which I'm not comfortable with, if I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Not at all.
If Chucks can't go. But I hope Banner does play because he has to be better. I think he's a better pass blocker than Chucks, but definitely a better run blocker. If that's the case, if he plays.
That's his biggest asset. That's why he won the starting job. That's what we're trying to get back to, is running the ball.
And if that's the case, if Banner does come in, run the ball on Banner's side.
Yes. And, of course, Juju Smith-Schuster did not participate with ribs. He could play, but he won't be 100% nonetheless.
Right.
Ben pectoral, just like last week, he'll play. That's nothing worthy of noting. Ben will play for sure. This very well could be the very last Ben and Rodgers matchup. At least it should be. But offense definitely has to pick it up.
Yeah, the offensive line has the block. The Packers' pass rush is pretty good. They won't have Zadarius Smith since he's currently on their injured reserve list, but they do have a guy that can step in. His name is Rashawn Gary.
Yeah, former first-round pick out of Michigan.
Year by year, he is slowly getting better, and he is someone to definitely keep an eye on, considering I think he's going to be going up against Dan Moore, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe.
Preston Smith, he will be on the other side, going up against whoever's going to start at right tackle.
Right, which could be Chucks, could be Banner. I don't know. Hopefully Banner gets promoted to the 53 if he is healthy enough and he can start come Sunday and get something going in the running game. Don't want to underestimate the D-line of the Packers. Kenny Clark, Dean Lowry, guys like that. They are a solid running defense that has done well to start the season.
Yeah.
They've done solid. So that Packers defense, not great, not entirely bad, but a little suspect. Hopefully the offense can get something going. But will they? I don't know. It all comes down to the offensive line.
It really does.
Can they step up? We should be getting Kendrick Green back as well. He exited last week's game with, I forget what injury it was.
But Tomlin said that he just had cuts and bruises. He should be fine.
He'll be fine. Kendrick Green, he should be able to start for sure.
But nonetheless, the line's got to block when it comes to pass blocking and run blocking. I can scream at the top of my lungs like I have before, to run the ball, but we can't. I know we can't. So just try to establish a rushing game. Do what you can.
Well, my concern mostly with the offense is how much stress are they going to put on the defense? How much weight are they going to put on their shoulders? Again, regarding the Steelers' defense, we'll be getting Watt and Highsmith back. We've seen week 1 with a very healthy pass rush in front 7. It's dominant. It can cause havoc.
That's the best in the league.
And against Aaron Rodgers and, the Packers O-line, which is young, beat up. Their interior is very young. They got guys starting from picks from last year's draft and this year's draft. Interior is very young, still a little inexperienced. The tackles are suspect.
Very suspect. Dave Bakhtiari ain't playing. He's also on IR for their team.
So Watt and Highsmith, the pass rush in general, the edge rushers got to come back, be healthy, and cause havoc on Rodgers, which a lot easier said and done because Rodgers is one of the most innovative quarterbacks of all time.
Yes.
This guy can make plays.
Just look at last week.
Yeah, this guy can make plays under pressure. He can motion outside the pocket, make plays with his feet on the run, make throws on the run. This guy is a freak. This guy is one of the best quarterbacks in the league and one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
No doubt. And trying to limit him is a lot easier said than done.
A lot easier, even though he is 38 years old. He is the reigning
He don't
MVP
play
for
like
a reason.
He don't play like it.
And he has the number 1 wide receiver in the league in Devontae Adams. This man brought them back. 37 seconds left, 0 timeouts against the San Francisco defense in San Francisco.
And they still won the game with a Mason Crosby field goal. Wow. 37 seconds, and A-Rod and Adams were able to do that.
In terms of his other weapons, Robert Tunyon's a very underrated tight end. Started to break out last year.
He had double-digit touchdowns last year.
Yeah, he did. Didn't make a Pro Bowl for some reason. But the other receivers, they got Randall Cobb back. Marquez Valdez-Scanling's a deep threat, which is someone to not sleep on. Alan Lazard, I believe, as well. And in terms of the running game,
Aaron Jones, speaks for himself.
I mean, he has a slow start to the season, but not to be underestimated. He's one of the best backs in the league, very versatile, a guy that can definitely cause havoc for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But we got to try to limit this Packers offense, which, with our defense getting fully healthy back, we might get Tua back. I'm not sure. Unlike Banner, Tua did not return to practice yet. So he might not be promoted to the 53 from IR this week.
At least not this week.
But nonetheless, at least we'll have most of the edge rushers back. Ingram will be back in a rotational role. We got Highsmith, Watt back. Hayward, he causes havoc. So that's good there. That should help limit the running game and try to get pressure on Rodgers. But again, it's a lot easier said than done because this guy can make plays no matter what.
Exactly. But you got to try to pressure Aaron Rodgers. You got to try to get some sacks on him. And try to limit him and try to get some turnovers. But Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't turn the ball over very easily.
No, in fact, I think they had, correct me if I'm wrong, only 9 turnovers altogether last year. The Packers offense did. It's not easy to get a turnover on this guy.
It's not. And we've only been able to get, 1 turnover? That was last week so far?
At least interception-wise, yes. Only 1 interception this year, and that was from Terrell Edmonds. Shout out to Terrell Edmonds. He's actually doing really good this year.
Then nonetheless, we got to try to get some turnovers. We got to try to get some sacks. We got to try to pressure Aaron Rodgers. But
honestly, that's honestly, in my opinion, the only way we win this game because, if we stop the Packers offense and we get 3 and outs, force them to punt, but they punt deep in our own territory, I don't see this offense driving up. We got to be able to force turnovers and get them in decent field position where they can comfortably drive. Because I don't see this offense driving down the field constantly. They'll have a drive or 2 a game where they go 10 plays for 75 yards and a touchdown. A field goal if they're lucky. But they can't do that constantly.
No.
The defense has to try to definitely get some turnovers and give this offense some decent field position so we can get points on the board at a decent base.
Yeah, I'm confident that the defense will be able to do whatever they can because when healthy, it's one of the best defenses in the league.
We saw that week 1, and we're getting most of these guys back.
But the offense, man, it's just I just don't know. I don't know. I want to have my faith. I want to have confidence. I want to be optimistic, and believe me, I am. It's just I just don't know about this offense. When the offense is on the field and they don't perform, it sucks the life out of the team and out of the fans of Steelers Nation.
It does. If you want to look, if I'm going to look at it from an optimistic standpoint this week, it could be very similar to what we saw week 1 against Buffalo. In Buffalo, defense plays hard. We try to limit that stacked offense. Then, we try to get some turnovers, and then the offense takes advantage and starts scoring against a pretty suspect Packers defense. But even then, that might be reaching a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
just because this offense is, as of right now, as of this upcoming week, the worst in the league.
Yes, and I believe it. It's playing like it. And they must get better.
We have to play better. This is a must-win in terms of division standings. Because, again, the Ravens, Browns, and Bengals could all win their games this week. And if we lose and we sit horribly at 1-3 at the bottom of the division this early, that's not a good look.
No, it's not.
This is a serious must-win.
So the Steelers need to wake up. They need to show why we are the Pittsburgh Steelers.
But it's not going to be easy because the Packers are always a favorite in the NFC.
Always.
Especially when Aaron Rodgers is in town.
Always.
It's going to be a tough battle, especially in Lambeau. I really hope we see some Lambeau leaps in terms of the Steelers this week. I really do. I'm a little optimistic. Just a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But we'll see. Steelers got to definitely come out with a win. They got to have a good showing on the road against the Packers in Lambeau. Offense has to step up. Defense, I'm fine. We're facing a stacked offense, one of the best trios in the league, one of the best quarterback, wide receiver tandems in the league. Probably the best, honestly. But I'm a little confident in this defense to do something, especially with us getting most of our pass rush back. But the offense has to play better. There's no doubt about it. Play calling's got to be better. Offensive line's got to be better. Ben's got to be smarter. These receivers got to step up.
Don't turn the ball over. Don't force any passes.
And
create some holes for Najee.
And
get guys involved.
Although them all might be wishful thinking. Seriously, they have to execute. They have to fucking do better.
They have no choice but to.
It's either that or we go 1-3.
Yeah. You want to win? You got to show up. Well, what better team to do it than against the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau?
And it'd be odd because we lost back-to-back home games, but win 2 road games to start the season.
But you know, it'd be a generic Pittsburgh Steelers type of win because the Steelers tend to do this to us.
Yes.
It's kind of a headache, but...
You know, that's the life of being a Steelers fan, honestly.
It is. But let's just hope we get the win.
Here we go, Steelers, though. Let's get this win. Let us know you guys' thoughts down below, man. Good luck to the Packers. Should be a fun bout. The last Ben versus Rodgers matchup hopefully is a good showdown. It could be a defensive bout, to be real with you.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens, but it'll be good to have most of the defense back, but the offense got to step up. Let's go, Steelers. Let's get this win. Let's go to 2-2. Here we go, Steelers.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Peace!